All right, let's identify these compounds as either strong or weak acids or bases. I'm not going to ask you to do this on the test, although we're not going to ask you to identify um, just merely, hey, is this a strong acid or weak acid? Although I hope you know the answer to these because we use them multiple times in class. Now, what is important to know is what makes an acid strong and what describes an acid or base as weak versus strong. So let me go over that because that's definitely something we want you to know. So a strong acid or base, the equilibrium lies far to the right. So when you have, let's just use a generic acid, HA in water, and that's going to completely ionize into H₃O plus the acid's conjugate base. All right, that's what happens when the acid donates the proton to the water. The water acts as the base. And so anyway, this is essentially 100% is going to ionize. So you get like none of this acid remains in the solution. Of course you have the water there, that's the solvent. All right, and then you have all of it turned into this. So that's what that's what characterizes a strong acid. That's what I mean by the equilibrium lies far to the right. This is the right, the products. Now, a weak, let's see here, let's go with a different color here. A weak acid or base, the equilibrium lies far to the left. In other words, the reactants are favored. Right, so same equation here. So there's going to be this equilibrium, and you have very little of the products. So this doesn't ionize much at all. Typically less than 5%, very commonly less than 1% ionizes. So that's what characterizes a weak acid or base. All right, so let's answer these questions. Sodium hydroxide is also your Arrhenius base. This is a strong base. It's going to completely ionize. Actually, let me do this in blue. Put the bases in blue. Match the litmus paper. Strong base. Ammonia is your classic weak base. And then sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid, they're both strong acids. Sulfuric acid is your only polyprotic acid, strong acid, polyprotic strong acid, where the first one is completely ionizes 100%, and the second one is a weak, only partially ionizes.